Hello everyone. Welcome to another episode of Current Affairs MCQ. Let us begin with the previous day's question. With reference to the measurement of gross domestic product, consider the following statements. 1. GDP includes the value of only those goods and services which are newly produced during the year of estimation. 2. The resale of an old house is excluded from GDP, but the commission earned by a real estate agent on such a sale is included. 3. Transactions involving purchase and sale of stocks and bonds are counted in GDP as they involve monetary exchanges. Which of the statements given above is or are correct? A. 1 only. B. 1 and 2 only. C. 2 and 3 only. D. 1, 2 and 3. The correct answer is B. Gross domestic product is the sum of the market value of all final goods and services produced within the geographical boundaries of a country each year. GDP includes only newly produced goods and services during the year of estimation. Old goods are excluded. Hence, statement 1 is correct. The resale of a house is not counted in GDP, but the service income of the real estate agent is included, as it represents new value addition in the year. Hence, statement 2 is correct. Transactions involving the purchase and sale of stocks and bonds are not counted in GDP since they are merely exchanges of financial assets, not production of goods or services. Hence, statement 3 is not correct. Hence, option B is the correct answer. Question 1. Which of the following plastics is noted for its persistence and its capacity to absorb pollutants in water bodies? A. Polyethylene terephthalate. B. Polylactic acid. C. Starch-based plastics. D. Polyhydroxyalkanoates. The correct answer is A. PET is a non-biodegradable plastic that persists in the environment and can absorb pollutants such as heavy metals and antibiotics. PLA, starch-based plastics, and PHA are biodegradable or bio-based plastics which degrade more easily and do not accumulate pollutants to the same extent as PET. Hence, option A is the correct answer. Question 2. Consider the following statements regarding biodiversity. 1. Species richness refers to the total number of different species present at a given site. 2. Alpha diversity refers to the diversity within a particular area or ecosystem. 3. Tropical latitudes have greater species diversification than temperate regions due to long evolutionary time. Which of the statements given above are correct? A. 1 and 2 only. B. 2 and 3 only. C. 1 and 3 only. D. 1, 2 and 3. The correct answer is D. Species richness is defined as the total number of different species present at a given site or location. It is a basic measure of biodiversity. Hence, statement 1 is correct. Alpha diversity measures the diversity within a particular area or ecosystem, reflecting both species richness and evenness within that site. Hence, statement 2 is correct. Tropical regions have greater species diversification than temperate regions due to longer evolutionary time, stable climatic conditions, and favorable environmental factors which allow more species to evolve and persist. Hence, statement 3 is correct. Hence, option D is the correct answer. Question 3. Consider the following statements regarding India's nationally determined contributions under the Paris Agreement. 1. To reduce the emissions intensity of its GDP by 60% by 2030 relative to 2005 levels. 2. To create an additional carbon sink of 2.5 to 3 billion tons of CO2 equivalent by 2030. 3. To meet 50% of its energy requirements from non-fossil fuel sources by 2030. How many of the above statements are correct? A. Only 1. B. Only 2. C. All 3. D. None. The correct answer is B. Nationally determined contributions are climate action plans submitted by countries to the UNFCCC outlining targets and policies to reduce greenhouse gas emissions and adapt to climate change under the Paris Agreement. India submitted its updated nationally determined contribution to the Paris Agreement in August 2022. India aims to reduce the emissions intensity of its GDP by 45%, not 60%, by 2030 relative to 2005 levels. Hence, statement 1 is not correct. India's targets are to create an additional carbon sink of 2.5 to 3 billion tons of CO2 equivalent by 2030 through additional forest and tree cover. Hence, statement 2 is correct. India aims to meet 50% of its energy requirements from non-fossil fuel sources by 2030, also achieving 500 gigawatts of non-fossil fuel capacity by 2030. Hence, statement 3 is correct. Hence, option B is the correct answer. Question 4. Which one of the following is India's first AI-powered translator designed for tribal language? A. Adivani, B. Vanvani, C. Eklavya D. Adibhashini. The correct answer is A. The Union government launched the beta version of Adivani, India's first AI-powered translator for tribal languages, to strengthen communication and capacity building in tribal districts. Purpose: translate speech and text between Hindi, English and 6 Adivasi languages: Dhili, Mundari, Gondi, Santali, Kui and Garo. AI model and target use. Based on NLLB, No Language Left Behind, and Indic Trans 2, adapted for low-resource languages. Tested through Adi Karmayogi, a nationwide capacity-building initiative in tribal districts covering 1 lakh villages and 20 lakh volunteers. Hence, option A is the correct answer. Question 5. Consider the following statements regarding the membership of the Shanghai Cooperation Organization. 1. The founding members of the SCO in 2001 were all former members of the Shanghai 5 group. 2. India was first granted observer status in 2005 and became a full member in 2017. 3. Iran and Belarus became full members of the SCO in 2023 and 2024 respectively. Which of the statements given above are correct? A. 1 and 2 only, B. 2 and 3 only, C. 1 and 3 only, D. 1, 2 and 3. The correct answer is B. The Shanghai Cooperation Organization is a 10-member multilateral organization established on 15 June 2001 by the leaders of Kazakhstan, China, Kyrgyzstan, Russia, Tajikistan and Uzbekistan. These countries, except Uzbekistan, had been the members of the Shanghai 5 group formed in April 1996. In 2001, Uzbekistan was admitted as a member, transforming it into Shanghai 6. Hence, statement 1 is not correct. At the July 2005 Astana Summit, India, Iran and Pakistan were granted observer status. In June 2017, at the Astana Summit, India and Pakistan officially joined the SCO as full members. Hence, statement 2 is correct. Iran was granted full membership at the July 2023 summit hosted by India, and Belarus was admitted as a full member at the July 2024 summit in Astana. Hence, statement 3 is correct. Hence, option B is the correct answer. Question 6. Among the major islands of Japan, which one is located farthest to the north? A. Hokkaido, B. Honshu, C. Shikoku, D. Okinawa. The correct answer is A. The Japanese archipelago consists of thousands of islands extending from the Sea of Okhotsk in the north to the East China Sea in the south. The 5 main islands of Japan from north to south are Hokkaido, Honshu, Shikoku, Kyushu and Okinawa Island. Hence, option A is the correct answer. Question 7. The regions of Dnipropetrovsk, Kirovohrad, Poltava and Kharkiv were recently seen in the news primarily because A. They form a major inland waterway network crucial for European trade. B. They are the core of a significant industrial and mineral-rich basin in Eastern Europe. C. They were declared UNESCO World Heritage Sites for their historical architecture. D. They are the primary landing sites for a new international submarine internet cable. The correct answer is B. Ukraine possesses 22 of the 34 minerals classified as critical by the EU, along with reserves of rare earth elements such as lanthanum, cerium, and neodymium. Its critical minerals include precious and non-ferrous metals, ferroalloys, and minerals such as titanium, zirconium, graphite, and lithium. The country also has some of the world's largest recoverable reserves of coal, gas, iron, manganese, nickel, titanium, and uranium. These mineral resources are primarily concentrated in Luhansk, Donetsk, Zaporizhia, Dnipropetrovsk, Kirovohrad, Poltava, and Kharkiv. Hence, option B is the correct answer. Question 8. Consider the following statements regarding Pradhan Mantri Viksit Bharat Rozgar Yojana. 1. The scheme focuses on employment generation, employability enhancement, and social security with a special focus on the service sector. 2. It provides incentives of up to 50,000 to newly employed youth and Rs 3,000 per month to employers. Which of the statements given above is or are correct? A. 1 only. B. 2 only. C. Both 1 and 2. D. Neither 1 nor 2. The correct answer is D. Pradhan Mantri Viksit Bharat Rozgar Yojana aims to support employment generation, enhance employability, and social security across all sectors with special focus on the manufacturing sector. Hence, statement 1 is not correct. The benefits of the scheme would be applicable to jobs created between 1st August 2025 and 31st July 2027. The scheme will provide an incentive up to Rs 15,000 in 2 installments to newly employed youth and up to 3,000 per month per new employee to employers for creation of new job opportunities. Hence, statement 2 is not correct. Hence, option D is the correct answer. Question 9. The term two-state solution is often mentioned in the news in the context of the affairs of A. Syria and Israel, B. Israel and Palestine, C. North Korea and South Korea, D. Russia and Ukraine. The correct answer is B. The two-state solution is a long-standing political framework aimed at resolving the core conflict between Israelis and Palestinians. It proposes the establishment of two separate, independent states coexisting peacefully. The State of Israel, continuing within secured and recognized borders. The State of Palestine, established in the territories occupied by Israel since the 1967 Six-Day War, namely the West Bank, Eastern Jerusalem, and the Gaza Strip. The conflict arises from the competing national aspirations from the same land, with Israelis with Jewish identity and Palestinians with Arab identity, both claiming historical and religious rights. The solution seeks to ensure self-determination for both people. Hence, option B is the correct answer. Question 10. Which of the following statements most accurately describes autism spectrum disorder? A. A learning disability that primarily affects a person's ability to read and write. B. A neurodevelopmental disorder characterized by challenges with social communication and interaction, along with restricted and repetitive patterns of behavior. C. A mental health condition that develops in adolescence due to social stress. D. A temporary behavioral issue in children that can be outgrown with proper discipline. The correct answer is B. Autism spectrum disorder is a neurodevelopmental condition that impacts social interaction, communication, learning, and behavior marked by difficulties in social communication and presence of restricted, repetitive behaviors. The term spectrum in autism spectrum disorders refers to the wide range and severity of symptoms, not geography like atypical behaviors, restrictive interests, and unusual sensory responses. It is estimated that worldwide about 1 in 100 children has autism. Hence, option B is the correct answer. Now, let us look at a practice question. Consider the following statements regarding cotton. 1. Cotton is a soft, fluffy staple fiber that grows in a ball around its seeds. 2. In India, cotton is grown on alluvial soils in the north, black clay soils in the central region, and black and red soils in the south. 3. Cotton fibers are mainly composed of proteins. 4. Warm days and cool nights with large diurnal variations during the period of fruiting are conducive to good ball and fiber development. How many of the statements given above is or are correct? A. Only 1. B. Only 2. C. Only 3. D. All 4. Please provide your answers in the comment section.
For more informative content, like, share and subscribe, and do not forget to press the bell icon to get the notifications.